What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am tobimgt and I film videos related to finances, career, lifestyle in Canada, and I just document and share my journey in Canada as an immigrant. Today's video is going to be a career related video. I'm going to be sharing some tips that I've learned so far. This isn't particularly targeted for people based in Canada. This is for anyone and everyone, but there are just some specific things that would be good for people based in Canada just because of the work culture here, which is just driven by the actual culture of the country. So please don't forget to smash that like button for me. It really helps me and helps my channel, and it helps me know that you actually enjoyed this video. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell. Just click that bell icon button and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss my videos, my future videos. I'd really appreciate all of that. So one thing I have learned, and one tip I would give people is to always advocate for yourself and always just try to gain visibility at work. This is very important in the professional setting, especially if you want to climb the corporate ladder. So there are different ways you can do this. One way that I have figured out and I find really useful is to schedule one-on-ones with your skip level manager. You probably have regular one-on-ones with your manager. If you're not having that, you should. But one other way to actually bring visibility to yourself is to go one level ahead. So you can schedule monthly one-on-ones with your skip level manager. It can be quarterly one-on-ones with your skip level manager. And by skip level manager, I mean your manager's manager. So you can get your name out there. You can talk to your manager's manager, see how you can help them. And I feel like there are things that you're focused on, and there are certain things that are your responsibilities, certain things that your manager's responsibilities, and there are certain things that your skip level manager's responsibilities. If you can learn about that and try to even do things that would help them move forward with their responsibilities. Another I would say is actually just talking to everyone and anyone about the work you do. So this is networking at work. I know it's a bit different because we're not working in person, or a lot of people are not working in person. If you're working in person, it's easier to do, but just because of the work from home culture out there and what everyone is doing, it's very difficult to network with your colleagues or like to talk to people and tell them what you're doing. But just try to make this intentional. Even if it's like every month I have to schedule a meeting with someone that's outside of my team so I can share my ideas with them and use it to like brag about myself, because you actually need to start bragging about yourself actually. So use it to let them know what you're doing, let them know what you're working on, just so your name is outside your like your team. So this is culture based. There are some people that come from a culture where it's like you're not meant to brag about yourself and your hard work should speak for itself. But here, at least in Canada, I can see in most professional settings, keyword there most, you should brag about yourself. Like, it's not just about your work speaking for itself. You should let people know what you're doing, and this would just help you climb the career ladder quickly or easily. Next thing I'm going to be talking about is documenting. So some people call it cover your ass, CYA. You need to document a lot. When I finished school, I remember I just didn't really know a lot about documenting because I was a new grad, but my manager told me the importance of documenting. This is why most people like chatting about things via like email or like Google Chats or something like that, just because with audio it's like very difficult to document. So one thing to do is that if you feel like you're in a situation where you would really want to document for future purposes, then after the audio call, after the meeting, just send a recap or send an email out to everyone that, oh, this is what we discussed and we suggested that we're going to move forward with this, or whatever it says. Just document everything at work because you never know when you would need it. Just try to document. That's one thing I've learned about like the corporate world, professional setting, is document things and cover your ass. The next I'm going to be talking about is feedback. Feedback is very common in the professional setting. There's some companies that wait till end of year review to give feedback. That's not really the best. But a lot of companies nowadays, or people that work in the companies, employees, just have that or cultivate that habit of giving regular feedback, which is good. But I would say learn to sift through the feedback, because there are some things that, I don't know, like when people give feedback about your personality, I feel like it's very different from your actual work. And there are just some people that feel like if you're not doing it in their way, they're not doing it well. So learn to just filter feedback as it comes, because I know here, like, people are so open to giving feedback, people are so open to receiving feedback, which you should be. But receive feedback, but just learn to filter it and look at the ones that would actually really help you in your career, or the ones that you even know. Is very good to be self-aware. There's some things that you already know, and it's just good for someone to like confirm that, okay, yeah, you need to work on this, and you go back, try and figure out action steps and how you can work on it. But they're just some things that, honestly speaking, it's not a big deal. Just learn to be able to filter it and know that, okay, these are the ones I'm working on, these are the ones that like question mark, I'm not sure, maybe I still need to verify or validate, like talk to other people and see if they have the same feedback. And these are like bruh, go and start your own company if you want me to work like this. So if you want my personality to be like this, I am me. I can't do anything about it. Next one, which you already know, is getting a mentor and a sponsor. For mentorship, I would say get a mentor inside your organization is really good, especially if you know you want to grow in that organization. It's just good to get a mentor in the organization, since you have a senior person and someone you can reach out to quickly. And sometimes you might not have the best manager, or your relationship with your manager might not be the best one. So there are moments where you would need to talk to someone that is more senior, but you might not be so open with your manager. So it's just good to have a mentor at work, an internal mentor. Then I would also advise you to get an external mentor. Like, don't depend on only your internal mentor. There's so many things or so many situations where you would want to talk to external people and get their perspective on things. So always get like internal mentors and external mentors. It'll help you keep work separate and your career separate. I see them in two different lights. Like, there's work where, okay, I'm earning right now and I'm just working, getting paid, all of that. And there's my career, which is in my hands. Like, I can do whatever I want to do. So it's good to have the external one for your career and the internal one for work stuff, so you can at least achieve and go above and beyond at work. Then with sponsors, this is more related to your work, especially if you want to climb the career ladder in that place. It's just good to get sponsors. As I mentioned, it's not really just hard work that pays off in the professional setting, especially in a place like this where culture really matters. Like, culture is very important here. So it's good to have a sponsor. Reach out to people that are really high above your level. Next thing I'm going to talk about is socializing. And this is just related to culture also. A lot of companies here have social events. This could be going out for drinks, fun hours at work, so many things. And I know people are very different. There's some people that maybe don't drink, and in situations like that, they would expect you to drink. Not that they would expect you to drink, but maybe the outing is in a place, is in a bar or a pub where, like, what are you going to a pub for is to drink. Do you get what I mean? And people will be reluctant to do that, or just things like that. I'll just advise you that even if you don't drink or you don't want to do what you're doing, just go for it. Drink water, get orange juice, get apple juice, and that is it. Just go for it. It's in places like this that people build networks, that people connect, that people are able to connect with each other more. And at the end of the day, those things are very important, especially when it comes to climbing the corporate ladder in that particular company. So always try to go for social events. I'm more of an introvert when it comes to things like that at work, but I just try to force myself to do it. I'm like, okay, Toby, think long term. This will really help you in the future, so just go. But honestly speaking, I'd rather be at home, honestly, but I just try to go. So always try to do that. That's also tied into small talk. Small talk can help you connect with people, help you network, help you even make yourself, like, give yourself visibility and advocate for yourself. With small talk, you can start talking about something and it will lead to, oh, this is what my team is working on, this is what I was working on, this is the research we're doing. And you never know who, like, how that person might help you in the future, or where you need that person in the future. So it just comes under the umbrella of socializing. I personally do not like small talk, but I feel like it's important, so I try to do it. Another thing is to always ask for help. I feel like I struggled with this a lot, and this might be something of, it might be something cultural, but the way I personally grew up, it will be totally different for other Nigerians. But the way I personally grew up, it was like, in school, if you ask for help, then you're not really smart or you don't really know things. But if you don't ask for help, you might not know it, but you can figure it out yourself. So that means being smart. I don't know how to explain it perfectly, but it was in that way that if you ask someone for help, that means you don't know what you're doing, or you don't know your job, or you're not qualified for it. So I feel like I struggled a lot to ask for help, especially in my first 6 months of working. It was so difficult to ask for help, but I would just advise you to always ask for help. It's just better that you look dumb when you ask for help than to do something and look dumb in front of everybody in a way that, oh, you didn't ask for help. Another thing again, and that comes like networking and socializing, is to have like different people. So it's not like one person you're always asking for help. So you can just split it around and ask different people for help. That's one other good thing. And I feel like just if you start working, if you join a company when you're working from home, it's very difficult, but you have to be intentional about it, and just know that you're never stuck. Always ask for help if you need anything, and people are actually willing to help you. I feel like this is where cultural differences comes up, or I'll just say my personal, like the way I grew up and my own culture personally. I'm not speaking on behalf of Nigerians or people out there, but I feel like it was very different for me, because I felt like if I'm asking for help, that means I don't know what I'm doing. That means I'm the wrong person for this job. That means different things, or that means I'm not smart, and I cannot figure things out on my own. But I've just learned to always ask for help. Obviously, there's a limit to it. Like, do something first before you ask for help. Like, oh, this is how far I've gone. What do you think about it? Or I'm stuck here. Just do your part, then ask for help. But yeah, these are a few things that I could think about. But I hope you enjoyed this video. And just always remember that your career is in your hands. Try to separate work and your actual career. Yeah, those are a few things that I could think of like just tips and things I've learned so far working here. And I hope you found something useful. Please let me know in the description or in the comments box other tips that I may have missed, or other things that you want to expand on. And thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to smash that like button for me. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, leave comments, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.